Hello, and today I'm going to show you how to clean your computer with Kapersky Rescue Disk. It is free. If you have to pay for it, you are downloading something else and you shouldn't get it. The first thing you gotta have, make sure you have a DVD plus R. Make sure that nothing is on it. Go ahead and enter this in here. Now, I actually have something on here, but I kind of lost my disk, but I'll show you how to do it anyways. So here's what's on the DVD. You can see this is right in the computer. This is what I have on it already. And here is the Kapersky Rescue that I'll show you how to use. First, you want to go to the site. You just Google download Kapersky Rescue Disk. Kapersky, spelled like that. This is the site I got mine from. You have to just click on Kapersky Rescue Disk 10 right here. Right there. So you can see that. And it'll immediately start downloading. Now, since I already have this, I'm going to cancel this. And I have mine on the my desktop right here. So it's nice and easy to see. Now, once it's downloaded, all you have to do is click and drag it into your DVD file menu. Right now we got two of them, so I'm going to delete one. Now, you can burn it onto your disk, whichever computer software is easiest for you. But I just burned mine right from this menu. I right clicked and burn disk image. What it's going to do, it's going to burn a disk image and it's going to have the files on there. See, there's no recordable disk in your disk burner. It doesn't like that I already have something on here. But once you actually have a blank disk and you go ahead and burn the Kapersky Rescue system right under your disk, then we can start the next step. To actually clean your computer free of all its viruses and whatnot, as the software is supposed to do, it puts the Kapersky Rescue system onto a disk, and since it's outside of your computer, it can clean the entire computer without any interference. To do that, you have to turn off the computer and reset it, reboot it from the CD, not from the original reboot program. And to do that, you're going to have to enter the startup menu. To enter the startup menu, the BIOS startup menu, it's different from every computer. Acer, Compaq, Dell, eMachine, Fujitsu, Gateway. I have an HP. It says here, press the F1, F10, or F11 after restarting the computer. Actually, my HP computer allows me to hit the escape key. I can tell as soon as I go to turn it on. It says press escape to enter startup menu. Once you enter the BIOS startup menu, you can change your PC settings. Now, don't mind all my pop-ups here. We all know we love pop-ups. Now, you enter the BIOS menu, and what you're going to have to do is go in, and you can also Google this if you're not following. You can Google how to change the boot up from a CD-ROM. Yeah, your screens are probably going to look so different depending on which computer you have. But all of them, make sure when you get in there to make the hard disk boot the priority instead of its manufacturer's settings. Now the manufacturers don't like to have the startup boot from a CD-ROM. It's not always going to boot from a CD-ROM, only when you hit the startup menu. You can go back and change it later, but it's not going to hurt your computer to keep it on the CD boot. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to enter the menu. I have a Windows 8, so I gotta turn it off from over here. You hit restart. Now you gotta catch this pretty fast. Once it restarts, you gotta hit the escape key pretty fast. Or I hit escape, you might have to hit F2, F10, whatever your computer needs. Alright, ready? It's going to stay in this lower left-hand corner here. Alright, hit escape key. Startup menu, boot service options, F9. Alright. Now we go down to internal CD, DVD, ROM drive. And then you would hit enter. Now, I really don't have anything on this disk because I lost my Kapersky disk and I don't have another DVD plus R. So, unfortunately, I can't show you everything. But once you go into this, you make sure it's reboots from the CD, DVD, ROM drive. Since my boot manager is already set to that setting, yours is going to look different, and you might have to hit the arrow keys and go over into a boot manager. It's going to be a top file on here, and when you go down, there's some pretty easy way to set the DVD ROM drive as your first boot option. You might have to go down and hit enter, and then it'll be selected and it'll show at the top of the list instead of at the bottom. And then all you have to do is hit exit and your computer will restart from the CD, DVD, Kapersky. And then after that, all you have to do is follow the on-screen prompts for Kapersky Rescue Disk. You're gonna want ask you if you want to boot it from something, and then the bottom one's gonna be like files and numbers. You're gonna want the one that shows you the actual pictures. Like, it'll look like a regular desktop, but it'll say Kapersky on it. And then after that, it's gonna need to update because this is the outdated version of Kapersky. You're gonna need to update it. It'll something will pop up and tell you to update. Make sure you're connected to the internet. And make sure your computer's plugged in because it's going to take, mine took like 5 hours to check everything for viruses. Yeah, and then once that's done, all you have to do is hit start. It'll be a little pop-up. You don't have to hit anything else except start after that. And then once it's done, it'll reboot. Once it's done, they'll come up a list, and it'll show you all the files that have all the viruses it found, and you don't want to quarantine them. You want to delete them right away. I don't care if it's your grandma's pictures or whatnot. You're going to want to delete it because if you quarantine it, that means that virus is still in your computer, and most likely you're not smart enough to figure out how to delete a virus from a picture or something. So just make sure you take some different pictures with grandma. And that's basically about it. After you delete the viruses, restart your computer, and it'll go right back to normal. It'll probably be 10 times faster and definitely 10 times cleaner. And if you don't have any antivirus software, contact your internet provider they provide them for free. No one tells you this, and they're gonna put up a fuss if you're trying to find it, but they do give you antivirus software for free. You just have to keep asking and make sure that they don't give you no for an answer. Because they don't like to give out free stuff even though they do have it. And that's about it. Thank you.